Dr. Lafayette was the former president of the American Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. Until recently, he served as the director of the Center for Nonviolence and Peace Studies at the University of Rhode Island. And I want you all to give him a very loud and warm round of applause and welcome him to the stage.
Thank you very much for that very warm introduction. And I want to say that I have really been inspired since I got here from Atlanta, Georgia, and got a chance to meet the marchers and all of the supporters. Sometimes we need inspiration from others who share our dreams and our hopes. And you never know when your presence will inspire somebody else. And I needed you now, in this moment, to give me that inspiration. So thank you. I cannot thank you enough for just being here. You will never know what this means to me personally. I want to also say that the organizers for this march maybe had no idea what it would be like, but I can tell you now that every step that you take achieves your purpose, that you march not for yourselves, but you march for many others. Some who can't march anymore because their legs will not carry them. Some you march for are not here with us anymore, but you march for them. Yes, and you also march for those who have not yet arrived. You're marching to create a global welcome for the unborn, that they would not have to march in armies against other people. Your march in peace gives them a chance for the future to be able to march with their hands up without arms to destroy people, but with arms to embrace others. The march that you have. I'm so inspired to be here at this church, which means so much to me because I remember when Martin Luther King made that speech. But because we're dealing with truth in history, I have to tell you this, that many people, his friends, Martin Luther King friends, did not support him on this stand against the war in Vietnam. In fact, there were those who were close to him say, Martin, don't do it. There were those who say that you are a preacher and you should stay in the pulpit and don't deal with international issues. Leave that to the diplomats. Leave that to the politicians. It's okay for you to speak about segregation, you know. Yes, okay, that's fine. Racism in the U.S., that's fine. But you know nothing about international affairs. There are those who have framed their missions of violence as some kind of diplomatic mission. There's some kind of big secret, some kind of high intellectual journey that the common people will never know about. The only thing the common people will know about is how to carry out the funerals of their young men and their women who return, their children, their sons and their daughters. They will know how to order the flowers. They will know how to recite the holy sayings at the graveyard. But this business of war is too much for them to fathom in their minds. Martin Luther King broke the silence. And the words that he said was this: I have fought against segregation too long now to segregate my conscience. He says that the violence that we do over in Vietnam is no different from the violence that we do here in these United States. And I must stand up and condemn that violence as well, even though it's our own country. There are some people who believe that our country, you support them whether they are right or wrong. How do we support wrong? Is it right to support wrong? How can you be the best country that you want to be when you're perpetrating war against other people